welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about my fitness journey from anorexia to being healthy, strong and having a good relationship with exercise and food. So if you're new to my channel, welcome, and don't forget to click that subscribe button just below the video, and if you're already subscribed, welcome back. I'm going to run through in this video basically my journey of my relationship with exercise, when I was anorexic, my kind of like weight and change in physique. I have actually gained 3.5 stone, which is 66 pounds on my whole journey from anorexia to now. So I'm going to be talking about that and how I've gained that weight and muscle and fat and all that sort of stuff. And I'll include some pictures in this video as well to show you what I'm looking like now and how it's all changed and how I was looking before. So, and then we're going to end with how I am now, and obviously with this year that's just gone with lockdown and everything, changing my training and my relationship with food and all that sort of stuff, being made redundant from British Airways, and how that's also changed everything for me as well. So if you do enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a like, and if you've got any feedback, any questions or anything, just drop a comment below the video, let me know what you guys think, and obviously if you've got any questions about what I talk about, just pop them in the comment box. So start off with talking about how my relationship was with exercise when I was anorexic. So to give you an idea, I am 5'10", and when I was anorexic, my lowest weight was 46 kilos, and I basically just did cardio. So all I did was running machine, cross trainer. I didn't even do any like yoga or anything. It was literally running and cross trainer, and obviously a little bit of abs as well. I used to do a lot of walking. I've talked about it in other videos, which you can go and have a look at, my journey with anorexia, about my relationship with food. But in this video, I'm going to focus on the fitness side of things. So when I was anorexic, that was all I did. I didn't lift any weights. I had a big fear of doing any exercise where I couldn't see what I'd burnt, so I used to go on the machines where I could see like the calorie burn, even though I've learnt now that that's actually not relevant at all, because it doesn't know your body weight, it doesn't know your height, anything like that. So I used to do that a lot, and then I used to also do spinning, group cycle classes for any of you that don't know, indoor cycling, and I used to do pretty much like 4 classes a week on top of the other sort of cardio. So that's what I was doing. My aim for exercise then was to burn calories. That was literally it. Didn't have any desire or knowledge really to change how I was training or change how I looked. I genuinely thought that doing lots of cardio would just make me lean, which is obviously not true. So when I started my recovery journey, I got myself a personal trainer, and that is what got me into weight training. And she was great because I went on a calorie surplus. I was on about 2,500 calories every day, and I was doing just weights. That's all I was doing, heavy weightlifting. Obviously I was quite weak at the beginning, but I worked my way up. I was seeing her 3 times a week. So the progression was actually really good. I recommend if you have a personal trainer, I would recommend having more than 1 session a week to see good progress, and it's worth it because you're investing that much money. I will insert a picture now to show you this is how I was looking when I started training with her. So that's me at about 52 kilos. I'd slowly gained anyway from my anorexia recovery. I didn't go in with this personal trainer, by the way, when I was anorexic. I had gained weight myself. By this point I was healthy. At this point I was a model. I wasn't an anorexic weight at 52 kilos, I was underweight, and I think my personal trainer at the time could obviously see that, and she understood that I wanted to gain even more weight because 52 kilos is still underweight. So this is how I was looking when I first started to see her, and I'm going to show you now, like after the first 6 months, this is the sort of progress I started to see. So as you can see, my glutes did get bigger and my hamstrings, because we were doing things like squats, deadlifts, hip thrusts, all that sort of stuff, which I'd never really done before, lunges. And I started to sort of see these changes, and it inspired me because I realised actually I'm like looking better, and I'm not having to do all this cardio, I'm not having to do like stuff that I hate. I actually enjoyed getting stronger. It was exciting going each week, seeing, can I lift heavier, can I do more reps, you know, she'd obviously push me to do more as well, and it's exciting seeing the changes in my body, and that is what inspired me to do my personal training course myself. And I, halfway through my personal training with her, I then went off and did a course. Well, I was still seeing her and then also doing this course because I wanted to learn more. I basically wanted to understand all of this more. It fascinated me, and also this is when I started my YouTube channel. Any of you guys that have been here since the beginning in 2016 that is when I started my YouTube channel, because I wanted to document my changes and everything with her. And it was exciting. So I was like, hang on a sec, I'm putting all this stuff on YouTube. I'm going to do a personal training course because I want to help other people as well. So that's when I started doing my PT course, which again inspired me even more to learn more about exercise, start adding new things. That's when I also got back into spinning, so indoor cycling, because I used to love it before when I was anorexic. Got back onto it, which was really, really good because I had a healthier relationship with it. I saw it more as getting fit and strong rather than how many calories have I burned. Also, by the way, if I keep looking down, it's because I've got notes so I don't forget anything when I'm talking to you guys. That is basically what I carried on doing for the next few years. It was weights, spinning, obviously like walking and stuff, and my weight went up to 72 kilos. So I gained about 20 kilos in that time, which is about 50 pounds for any of you who are from the US. Oh, I've got it written down. So 72 kilos is 11 stone. So I went from 8 stone to 11 stone. So I put on 3 stone from basically the start of my PT journey to about 2018. So in about 2 years, I put on 3 stone, 20 kilos. A lot of it was muscle, and there obviously was fat as well. But the thing is, because I was so thin, I put on fat in places I didn't even really notice, like my face, my arms, but they were so thin anyway, so it was good. Then I was about 72 kilos. I was a personal trainer at this point. So I was doing weights myself, I was doing spin classes, and that is what I really enjoyed. Then I started at British Airways, as all of you know, in 2018 as cabin crew. And that really changed my relationship with exercise and food as well, because I was there to have fun and I wanted to enjoy myself. So I did eat more, because when you're down route, you go out, you have drinks, you go out for meals together. You can't be as fussy. You know, you're in Jamaica and there's only one restaurant you can really go to. You're not going to be like, oh, I'm going to stay in my room and eat my salad. So that was the kind of attitude I wanted to have. Also, when you've been away for 6 days in another country and you flew home and you had a 12-hour flight, you couldn't have any food prep, because like in places like Mauritius, we didn't really have shops to go to buy healthy food. So you did eat the plain food, and the plain food was unhealthy. And then regarding exercise, I did actually train really hard compared to most cabin crew. I went to the gym nearly every day when I was away, and I went to the gym when I was at home. But because of the effects of lack of sleep, jet lag, I'd lose a night's sleep every week, because when we flew home, it was a night flight. And that really, I didn't obviously realise at the time, but it did affect my training. And whilst I was there, my weight went up to 77 kilos. So I put on 5 kilos, which is about a stone. So I went up to 12 stone. Luckily, it was muscle as well, because I was training. So it was kind of, you could call it a bulk. I did actually build quite a lot of muscle in that time. I did get more fat on me, and I did notice it. I will put some pictures on the screen now so you can kind of see how I was looking at BA. As you can see, I'm not fat, like as the social norm of fat, but for me, I was in the healthy range on the BMI and all of that sort of stuff, but for me, I'd noticed that my body fat percentage had gone up and my weight had gone up. So I was quite conscious of that. I did, after I'd been at BA for a year, start to change things up. I started to be a bit more strict, and I did notice a difference. But then obviously last year I got made redundant. Well, we went into lockdown in March, and I hadn't been made redundant by then, but I was at home. I was training at home from March till, I mean, we were on lockdown till July. It was a long time. And then I got made redundant in August. So I haven't flown since March 2020. Then on lockdown, I actually trained really, really hard, and I was proud of myself, and I started to see changes. I was more in control of my food again, so I basically started to eat a bit less, but it wasn't intentional. It was just because when I was at BA I was eating too much, so then I kind of went back to normal. I lost fat, and then I also really got into, in the last year, so from the beginning of 2020, I've really got into calisthenics, which, if you don't know, calisthenics is mainly body weight training on the bars. It's a bit like gymnastics and parkour, basically. I started to really get into calisthenics last year, and I could see myself like getting stronger and stronger. I got my first unassisted pull-up, I got my first unassisted chin-up. I've started doing things on the bars that, I mean, they have moves, but like practicing pullovers over the bar, skin the cat. So this was like added to my routine, using gym rings as well. And obviously in the lockdown, we could train outside. So I'd take the gym rings to a park, I'd go to the local park and use the bars. So I was actually getting stronger and stronger. It was easy to train calisthenics on lockdown in the summer because you could go outside. And for legs, my partner and we used each other as weights, so I was able to still train legs. I actually also got into running again, which was good, but unfortunately my body is not one for running, so I stopped that. I had too many injuries. So I actually took up HIIT. Now, I've never done HIIT before. I've always been too, I actually thought I wasn't good enough. I thought, I'm not fit enough to do HIIT. It looks way too hard. And I thought, when I stopped running, I was like, what can I do as cardio? Because I couldn't do my spinning. I didn't have a bike at the time. I took up HIIT and I loved it, and I love it now. And I've now been doing it for about 10 months, and I massively changed my body as well. Because the good thing about HIIT is you're burning loads of calories, but it's not like running where you're just kind of using your legs. You're using your whole body. You're using quite dynamic movements. So I was getting more mobile, more flexible. And that's the other thing that I also worked on in lockdown, was my flexibility. I literally stretched nearly every day on lockdown, and I still am keeping that up now. And also the other thing that I started doing is handstands, and I've actually nearly got them. And that's something I've been working on for the last year as well. So I'd say since I got made redundant or stopped flying, my relationship with exercise is probably at its best, and I'm looking my best because I'm really enjoying my exercise because I'm doing lots of different fun things. I'd say I'm basically doing more skills like handstands, pull-ups, chin-ups, things. I've got a pull-up bar now in my hallway in my flat, so I can do things on that. I'm doing HIIT and I'm doing weights. So those are my main forms. I've also got myself a Fitbit, which is really good because I've been doing my 10,000 steps nearly every day as well. My partner and I go on a lot of long walks. I also got myself a bike, and that's another thing that's been really nice, just enjoying my local countryside, going for bike rides, which is a great form of exercise as well. And my weight now is 71 kilos. So since I've left BA, I have lost 6 kilograms. So I'm now 11 stone. So I've lost a stone since I've left BA in the last year. But the good thing is I have body scanners at my gym, and I've been doing those through this journey. And I've actually gained muscle and lost fat, which normally is quite hard to do when you're in a deficit. So I'm really happy about that. I've got more muscle on my body and less fat. My body fat percentage is now in the athletic range for females, and my metabolic age is the age of a 15-year-old, and I'm actually nearly 29. So my metabolism is quite quick. Obviously, if it's the age of a 15-year-old, it is really quick, so I can eat a lot more. I've got more muscle on my body. I feel stronger, and obviously I'm going to be putting pictures on to show you how I look now as well. And I will also do some comparisons of how I looked at BA compared to now, so you can kind of see the difference that it's made. And also my diet now is so much better than when I was at BA. I am much more balanced, and I eat really healthy most days of the week, but I do have days where I eat literally what I want. So sometimes when I've been with friends or with my partner, I'll just have a mince pie or 2 mince pies and custard. Obviously that was over Christmas. I've been drinking alcohol, birthday cake. Oh, in the summer we had lots of barbecues because obviously when we all came out of lockdown, everyone was having barbecues, the weather was great. I was just having a barbecue a week, just eating what I wanted there. The dessert, the buns, the meat. But then when I was at home, I then just ate a bit less and I exercised hard. So it seems to sort of more balanced out now. Over Christmas I probably gained a couple of pounds, but I feel that I've already probably lost that just by eating a bit less for a few days. That's literally all it is. I do track at the moment sometimes. I'd say on average I track my food about 3 days a week just to make sure I'm sort of on track. And at the moment it is the winter in the UK, so I can't go outside and do calisthenics. It is way too cold. Our gyms are shut at the moment, so I'm doing HIIT. I am doing calisthenics here because I've got a pull-up bar in my hallway. I'm doing my handstands, I'm working on my mobility and flexibility, and I'm also I've got a few kettlebells, so I'm still able to do legs and upper body as weights because I can use bands as well. Bands are great if any of you are without the gym. So as you can see, I'm in a much better place. This has been a 10-year journey for any of you who are struggling. That's the kind of length that it's taken me. But I hope that this inspires any of you that are struggling, or maybe any of you that are in an eating disorder at the moment and you're oh, I've literally don't know how I'm going to get out of this, or any of you who are stuck on your fitness journey, not really sure where you're getting started or where you're going. Just go with the flow. I feel like things will develop if you keep going. If I think about how much my journey has changed, 3 years ago I wasn't doing handstands and pull-ups and working on my flexibility, and I think as you get older those things also become more important to you. You know, I'm nearing my 30s now, so I want to keep fit, I want to keep healthy, I want to keep strong. It's hard to build muscle when you get older. Metabolism naturally slows as you get older, so the more I can do now to benefit me when I'm older, the better. That's basically my fitness journey from anorexia to now. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope it inspires and motivates some of you as well. And if you've got any video requests, then just drop a comment below. And if you are new to my channel and you're not subscribed already, don't forget to click the subscribe. I really appreciate all of your support. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a like as well. And also, all of my information is in the description box. So any of you guys that want personal training, nutrition coaching, all online, all my services are there. Just go onto my website, drop me an email, and I'm looking forward to helping you guys out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next one.